All right, yes, we are back in action. Hi everyone, I'm Chanelle Adams and welcome to my channel. If you don't already know, I am back in New York City and I am loving it because I am now a flight attendant. Yes. I'm so excited to be traveling the world for work and for free, and it's just been such a great journey and I'm loving it. I'm getting to use my Spanish speaking skills and see the world and help people and just learn so much. So it's been amazing, but I cannot lie, I have been missing Colombia. Like, I miss Colombia. So I feel like after I pass probation, I'm moving back to Colombia, at least for a few more months, because I did have a plan to live there for 12 straight months, but I got cut short for a few months because, you know, I got offered this amazing position. I may be returning, maybe to Medellin, maybe Cartagena, who knows, but I really want to move back just for a few more months, and then after that to another country. Where do you guys think I should move to? I don't know. What do you guys think? Where do you guys think I should move to? Preferably a Spanish-speaking country, but I mean, I'd like to hear your thoughts. So this video is about some of the many struggles I had to face while living in Colombia, being an American, being a New Yorker. So the first thing that was kind of a struggle for me living in Colombia was people didn't know how to pronounce my name. When I was at the bank, when I was waiting in line for food, when I was in a government building trying to get my ID, my Colombian ID situated, no one could pronounce my name. They would always say Chanelle. Chanelle. Huh? Who is Chanelle? What is Chanelle? So my name is spelled Chanelle. I feel like that's easy, right? Like, that's an easy name. I have to, you know, show some compassion. Like, I understand that it's not the easiest name for Spanish speakers to say, so I get it. But I'm so accustomed to when I was in Dominican Republic, people had no problem saying my name. But I do think it's because of some of the French influence in the Dominican Republic, because, you know, Haiti is right there. And Dominicans had no problem saying my name. They would say Chanelle. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, it wasn't a big problem. But in Colombia, almost everyone said Chanelle. So I was just like, this is crazy. So what I would do instead, I would actually just use my middle name, which is Spanish. So I would use my middle name to wait in line at government buildings, at restaurants, or in the bank. I would use my middle name. But the problem with using my middle name is I wasn't like accustomed to hearing that name. So let's say my middle name is Maria. So they'll say, Maria, calling Maria, Maria. And I'll just be like, oh, that's me. I'm Maria. You know, so I was just like always not really accustomed to hearing my middle name being called, but I had to use my middle name because they would just butcher my name. Or if I ever saw them like, that's me, that's me, you know? So that was one thing that was a little frustrating about living in Colombia. No one seemed to know how to say my name. The second thing that was really difficult about living in Colombia was getting things done. Just like little tasks, like when I went to the government building to get my Colombian ID. It seemed like everyone wanted to have side conversations more than help me. Or people were just so laid back that getting the work done was not top priority. And me as a New Yorker, I'm like, can we get this going? Like, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. I gotta go to work, you know? And so I was just kind of frustrated about like getting things done. People tended to drag their feet, or whether it was waiting in line for the metro, the tellers, they would just sit there and have their little conversations. They wouldn't really try to get the line moving. They wouldn't really try. And that was like a very frustrating, especially me being a New Yorker. I'm a little impatient sometimes. So like, I just didn't understand why people couldn't just move, you know? So I don't know. Maybe that won't be a problem for you, but it definitely was a problem for me. The next thing that was a bit of a struggle while living in Colombia was people tended to leave you hanging. Like, I've had a few people, guys and girls, just kind of stand me up. And I'm not talking about dates or anything. I'm just talking about friends. They've stood me up before. We agreed to, meet at this place at this time. And sometimes they will call me or text me last minute and say can't make it. But I mean like last minute, like 10 minutes before we're supposed to be there. And then sometimes they wouldn't even call at all. I would be waiting. There was one time I was waiting for an hour and a half, and I'm like, where are you, girl? Like, what? And she didn't even call me back until 2 weeks later. Like, does she think I was gonna be waiting there 2 weeks for her? Like, I don't understand that. So a lot of Colombians told me like that is actually pretty normal, especially for people my age. They kind of just leave you hanging. Plans aren't really plans in Colombia, which kind of sucks because I'm not used to that. I'm used to, every few hours throughout the day, we're like, okay, so I'll see you there, or okay, can't wait to see you. Kind of just making sure we're still on the same page, that we're still gonna meet there. So that was a bit annoying. Not knowing if I'm actually going to be hanging out with my friend that day was very, very annoying. The next thing that was a little bit of a struggle for me while living in Colombia was the pollution. Now, Medellin is a valley, so a lot of the pollution gets stuck in there. And a lot of the cars, they're not, up to date in the sense of they don't have a lot of regulations for emissions testing. So the cars are kind of just blowing out smoke, and it's, like black smoke, and it's just, sometimes I would leave the house like, whoa, So it was kind of a lot. And in New York there is pollution, but it's not to that extent. It's way more manageable than the pollution in Medellin. So there is a rule called pico y placa, or I think it's a law, pico y placa, where certain cars are not allowed on the road for a certain amount of time. So you'll either see it on the news or a text on your phone saying, license plates this number through this number are not allowed to drive on the street for today. And so that would basically cut down on the amount of cars on the streets, which is very good. But it's a different type of thing I wasn't used to. However, it's really good because it refrains people from driving and it cuts down on the pollution. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the last thing that was a little bit of a struggle while living in Colombia was the touching. Oh my goodness. People in Colombia love to touch one another. But if you guys remember my old videos about me living in Spain, I tell you that people from Spain love to touch, and it's the same in Colombia. People love to touch, so I'm a little bit more accustomed to it now. However, it is still something kind of strange because, in America, we don't touch that often, only if it's your friends or your family. So definitely los Colombianos, they love to touch. I wanted to read a very special note that I got from one of my subscribers, and it's such a great note, and I just also wanted to thank you for your donation. And if you would like to donate to my channel, the links will be below. You can donate whatever amount you feel comfortable donating, and all donations are appreciated. So the note reads, "Hi, I'm Samantha. I know it's not a lot, but I like watching your videos on YouTube. I'm from Ecuador and like listening to you speak English because your accent is easy to understand and I think you're really funny. Eres muy graciosa y muy hermosa. Espero que vengas a Ecuador." Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you so much for your note, and thank you so much for your donation. And guys, again, if you would like to donate to my channel, the link will be below. Any amount is welcome, and I would love to read your note here on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making this video. I love Colombia and I want to move back to Colombia, and this time I want to explore other parts of Colombia, maybe Santa Marta, Chocó, San Andres, and many more places. Stay tuned to my channel for more adventures in Colombia. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and guys, I'll see you really soon. Bye.